Welcome to the KVWN Channel 4 News. I'm Olufunmayo Azubuki Zartosht Svatopla Cooper. With me is Deepak Basilius Matej Quincy Blakesley.
We have word from our sources that Mr. Jones has created an army of humans and tried to regain control of Animal Farm. His army consists of Mr. Frederick, Mr. Pilkington, and many other men from Foxwood and Pinchfield Farms.
That's right, Deepak. We have a camera team at the farm. Let's send it over to them so we can get a live look at this so-called Battle of the Cowshed.
This is incredible. It reminds me of something that happened in Russia during the early 1900s, more specifically 1917, the Russian Civil War.
It really does. The state of the animal farm is almost identical to the Russians during the Russian Civil War. Now we will send it over to Kazakh Raju Viltautis Themistocles Osendorf to talk about the Russian Revolution and its connection to the animal farm.
When we look at the events taking place on the animal farm, we can see a clear connection to the Russian Civil War. The war began when Bolshevik signed a treaty to withdraw Russia from World War I. The Russian people, the White Army, saw it as a sign of weakness and wanted to make a statement to their government. With the help and support of others like the US and UK, the White Army was a legitimate threat. On the animal farm, Mr. Jones stands up to the animals in an attempt to take back what's originally his. The White Army, being supported by the US and UK, is a direct representation of the help Mr. Pilkington and Mr. Frederick give to Mr. Jones. The Red Army, Bolshevik and the government, represent the animals on the farm. They currently control the land and ultimately want it to stay that way. Even with the support of others, the White Army and Mr. Jones both fall to a more powerful enemy.
Thanks, Kazakh.
Another way to compare the Battle of the Cowshed to something is to compare it to something modern.
An example of this would be the Syrian Civil War.
The war was started in 2011 when the Syrian people, upset with their government's ruling, decided to take a stand. The protest quickly escalated into full-out armored war.
Mr. Jones represents the Syrian people, as the Syrians were upset with the way their government was being run.
The animals are represented by the government because they are both in control of their land, and they are fighting to keep it that way. During these hard times of war, countries would make propaganda to support their soldiers who are risking their lives for their cause. Free Kodak. This is incredible. It reminds me of something that happened in Russia.
This is incredible. It reminds me of something that happened in Russia during the early 1900s, more specifically 1917, the Russian Civil War.